Hey, it's Rob here. All through this year, I've been recording little 2-minute movie reviews and uploading them to shorts and reels and wherever, but a lot of folks don't watch the short form stuff, so I thought it'd be a good idea to put them together and upload them here too. This video contains my reviews 6 through 10, and it's around this point that I really fell into a groove with making them, writing the review, shooting it with a selfie camera, and editing it with LumaFusion, all in phone. The reviews ahead are for Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, a Minecraft movie, Lilo Stitch 2025, Ballerina, and The Phoenician Scheme, 2 action blockbusters, 2 polarizing live-action family films, and a Wes Anderson film, a real mixed bag. Without any further ado, let's get into it with... No one else in Hollywood seems to understand the spectacle of cinema more than Tom Cruise. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning is the 8th and presumably final film in the Mission Impossible franchise. There's a sense of finality to the film. It's hard to imagine the stakes will ever be higher, and it's hard to imagine how an aging Tom Cruise will top what he did here. Perfect action, edge-of-your-seat suspense, insane stunts, and some of the most incredible set pieces of the series so far. The plane sequence is incredible, but my lord, the submarine sequence, I don't even think I blinked for that entire scene. Tom Cruise, I salute you, you absolute weirdo. The callbacks are crazy too. The film shows so much love for the older films in the franchise, except for 2, which is understandable. Bringing back characters and tying the other films in a way that doesn't feel forced, it just feels like a loving way to reference these films. The film is fantastic on a technical level too. All the parts fit together. The camera work, the cinematography, the sound, the VFX, and the team has great chemistry. 8 movies have led to this group of characters that just fit together so well. The one exception, Greg Davis's character, is just kind of there. Where did he come from? What's his deal? And the pacing is a bit of a problem too. When the film is in set piece mode, the submarine, the planes, it's perfect. The problem is that all the big set pieces are in the second half of the film, and the first half is just not as fun. The film does a lot of setup to get to the goods. Everything before Ethan is dropped into the ocean feels like a never-ending build-up. Another small problem, there's a large chunk where Ethan is separated from his team. The film isolates him almost entirely, and honestly, I think that was a mistake. A big part of the enjoyment of Mission Impossible are those scenes with, Ethan doing his crazy run with Benji's panicked voice screaming directions into his ear. The interactions with Ethan and his team were sorely missed in this part of the movie. But look, in any case, if this is the ending, then The Final Reckoning is maybe the best ending that the Mission Impossible franchise could have hoped for. I'm honestly feeling a 9 out of 10 for this. It's a fantastic, thrilling masterclass in action, and you should see it in cinemas if you can. If I start with a chicken jockey, will more people watch the review? I try not to go into movies assuming they're gonna suck. And honestly, I did think that about a Minecraft movie. But before you all torch me with your flint and steel, I'll stop. Hear me out. Let's all admit, the movie looked terrible. The trailers were awful, the CGI was weird and lazy, and all the promo came out during peak "We Hate Jack Black." It felt like a Borderlands level stinker in the works, but this wasn't that. Dare I say, a Minecraft movie is actually fun? I don't think it's great, but I'm not afraid to admit that I laughed a lot. I thought it was really funny, and Jared Hess as director was kind of a perfect choice for the movie. The same kind of offbeat humor that Hess is known for in Napoleon Dynamite and Nacho Libre was a great fit. Jack Black actually kind of killed it here. His inherent silliness matched the tone that Jared Hess brought to the film, and goddamn, he really threw himself into the role. Such a physical performance. And Jason Momoa is really fun here too, playing against type, playing a character that's sort of half Macho Man Randy Savage and half Billy Mitchell. When it's Jack and Jason on screen, the movie is at its best. But I wish it was only about those two, because the other characters kinda sucked. The brother-sister dynamic with Natalie and Henry was so half-baked, and anytime it came up, it just immediately ground the film to a halt. And even though I really like Danielle Brooks' performance, the movie doesn't give her anything to do. The CGI is not great, and the Minecraft designs just don't work well outside the game. The plot is stupid, 90% of the dialogue is literally just exposition explaining to the parents watching what slime cube means, and the soundtrack is just overloaded with pop songs. Who the hell picks Lil Boothang for a fight scene? Are you stupid? At the end of the day, I don't think it's a good movie. Don't get me wrong, I had fun, but look, I'll be real, I've never really liked Minecraft. The last time I played it was in 2010, before most of the fans of this film were even born. But when I went to see this in the theater, there were so many families there too. Families with kids, and they were loving it. For me, the movie is like a 6 out of 10, maybe close to a 5 out of 10, but look, if you got kids who are into Minecraft, then this is going to be their Star Wars. Take them to it, they'll have a blast. Man, I've never seen so many Stitch t-shirts in one place before. I didn't like Lilo & Stitch 2025, but for different reasons than most. I have no nostalgia for the original Lilo & Stitch. I've only seen it one time more than 20 years ago. I have almost zero memory of ever having seen it. A lot of people are freaking out about, getting rid of the original villain, or changing the ending. Me? I do not care. And let's be real, live-action Lilo & Stitch actually does a few things pretty well. The music is all very well done, we get lots of tasteful Hawaiian instrumentation and melodies, and of course some Elvis too. It also felt pretty respectful of Hawaiian culture, even if only on a surface level. Sydney Argadong did a pretty great job as the exasperated but loving Nani. She brings great weariness to the role, and Stitch is Stitch. He's the same as he ever was, and bringing Chris Sanders back to voice him was a smart move. But I'll be real, I don't think he's cute. I thought that in 3D he looked really uncanny, and I just found him to be so annoying. Lilo too, really. And I see why people are so mad at the villain. Jumbo is clearly supposed to be a comic relief. His turn into villainy felt really jarring. It's like they made that change very late into production and just slapped it together in the edit. And the whole family angle just felt so forced. Maybe it's way better in the original version, but any mention of Ohana in this version was like,
"We have to say this word, otherwise a lady with a Stitch tattoo is going to burn the cinema down."
Like all Disney movies, it's fine on a technical level, but it's fine is all it got from me. Like all Disney live-action remakes, it just never felt special. I was never left with a sense of wonder, never on the edge of my seat. It just felt soulless. This live-action Lilo & Stitch isn't terrible, but there is nothing, literally nothing about this film that improves on the animated version. It makes you wonder why it even exists. I saw this in a packed theater, and all I could think was, is there anyone here who could possibly walk out of here thinking, "Wow, that was better than the original"? I just can't imagine even the biggest Disney adult out there choosing to watch this Lilo & Stitch over the animated classic. I'm honestly feeling a 3 out of 10 for this Lilo & Stitch. It's lackluster, millennial nostalgia, made for Disney adults who wear Stitch pajamas to the supermarket, and it was just a dull waste of time. You know, for a movie called Ballerina, there's really not that much ballet in the film. Ballerina, or rather, From the World of John Wick, Ballerina, God, what a stupid name, is the latest film in the John Wick series, and it's kind of a spin-off taking place around the same time as John Wick Chapter 3. And let me be frank, it is so good. First things first, if you love action, brutal violence, improvised weaponry, and just enough gore to make it extra nasty, then Ballerina should be at the top of your watch list. The action is crazy. Every fight scene is so visceral and meticulously choreographed. Gunfights, martial arts, brawls, explosives, and goddamn, I can't think of another movie that uses a flamethrower in such a cinematic, thrilling way. And then it goes full hot fuzz in the last third. It's so good. Ana de Armas did a great job as the Ballerina Eve, and let's be frank, like all John Wick films, the movie doesn't really ask for acting talent, but Ana de Armas is really awesome here. She commits hard to the action and physicality, and when she has a moment to show her acting chops, she really shines. I wish I could say the same for Keanu Reeves, and if I can be frank for a moment, Keanu was kind of terrible in this. He's great in the action, but any dialogue he delivers is just so stilted and weird, and in a weird way, John Wick might be the weakest part of the movie. They've elevated John Wick to this godly status, which not even the mainline John Wick films do. John Wick as a character works because it always feels like the odds are against him. He's always the underdog, and he gets his ass kicked all the time. But in Ballerina, he's pretty much invincible, and it really kills the sense of danger. And if I may be frank, the world of John Wick is so stupid, and it only gets stupider in Ballerina. The Continental thing, the hotels, the weird assassin contract website app thing, it's all so dumb. All the esoteric rules, it feels more like a video game. I mean, they even have their own in-game currency. I just can't take the world of John Wick seriously at all. But thankfully, the incredible action carried me through very easily. It's a thrilling watch, and to be frank, I'm feeling an 8 out of 10. It's so much fun. See it in cinemas if you can, especially if you love action. To all my Wes heads out there, we are so back. The Phoenician Scheme is the new joint from Wes Anderson following 2023's Asteroid City, a movie I still struggle with a little bit. Asteroid City was pretty good, but it felt a little inconsequential and undercooked. But thankfully, The Phoenician Scheme might be the best Wes Anderson movie since The Grand Budapest Hotel. The cast of characters is fantastic. Jar Jar, Sister Liesel, Bjorn, and all the other eclectic and quirky weirdos. They perfectly fit the Wes Anderson vibe, but they all still feel really fresh. And the performances are great too. Benicio del Toro, Michael Cera, Riz Ahmed, Richard Ayoade, all super entertaining, and they played their characters so well. And Mia Threppleton was fantastic here. She did such a great job as Liesel. I can't wait to see what she does next. And of course, the filmmaking. Wes Anderson's style here is in full force. You get so many creative and artistic shots and his usual flourishes, the symmetrical framing, snappy camera movements and zooms. It has that quirky soundtrack as well that really give his films so much life and character. And all the sets, the props, the costumes, they're just on point. He has such an eye for detail in his films and it just makes everything flow so nicely. Though, as much as I love Wes's filmmaking style, I think it's his storytelling which keeps the film from perfection. The way the dialogue is written is very verbose, and the delivery is so quick. I can imagine that if this is your first Wes Anderson film, it might put you off, but for me, it's one of the things I really love about his movies. I think his writing is just as unique as his presentation, and the Phoenician Scheme is so funny. Where the fault is that there's this disconnect between Wes Anderson the filmmaker and Wes Anderson the storyteller. The films are unique and inspired, and his writing is so snappy and fun. All the elements are there, and individually, the elements are brilliant. But think of it like this. You go to a 5-star Japanese restaurant, but all the food on the menu is Italian. The restaurant is ornate and beautiful, and the food is delicious. But there's a disconnect. Wires got crossed. You love the decor, and you love the food. But the whole time you're sitting there eating, you're thinking to yourself, damn, why am I eating this spaghetti carbonara with chopsticks? And that's kind of how I feel about the Phoenician Scheme. Don't get me wrong though, I love the film. It's an easy 9 out of 10 for me. If you love Wes Anderson's movies, then you're gonna love this as well. And if you want something a little bit more unique, then check it out. Hey, thanks so much for watching. I'd love it if you could leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It helps out so much. And leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of these movies. Was I too harsh on Lilo and Stitch? Looking back, I reckon I could have been harsher. The next video will be for reviews 11 through 15, so make sure to subscribe to the channel to hear my thoughts on some of 2025's biggest films, including Superman, F1, and Elio. Until next time, peace.